the show. Hit us with the like, follow, share, and the cash out. Coming to you, player. Chicken little really fell from the sky. And half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. It's time to tell the truth. 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 Kissing it forward is what we came to do.
Guess who's back? It's your boy Art, my sidekick Blue. Welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. We're going to be back for part two. We have been used to be used. We coming back with part two. This is part two of that edition. Because last week, bro, we got into it a little bit. We was telling how, we was they was being tricked, basically. We were being tricked. We've been using the banana in the tailpipe, and nobody was listening. Oh, by the way, I want to give a shout out to Maserati, Tommy with the Tommy. Happy birthday, G. We throwing it to you. Okay, I'm just telling you, man, we coming back with part two. We got some live stuff for you. We got a lot of stuff. We and Blow got to talking about the civil rights issue last week. And I was trying to figure out whether the civil rights bill and all of that actually helped us or hurt us, Blow.
Yeah, and let me say this. This episode is going to be a very, very serious episode because a lot of times us as Black people, we think we play too much. And that's the problem with us. We play too much. Ain't nobody really wanting to be real. You know what I mean?
Right.
And on this episode right here, this episode is going to get real because, the civil rights movement was good for civilization. It's always good for everybody to get along with one another. But if somebody treating another race a certain kind of way for so long, is it better to get your own thing and create everything that they have on your own, or do you want to get in cahoots with what up until that point was the enemy?
Right, exactly. And that was the thing. And we was, me and Blow last week, we was talking about we always wanted to be we always wanted to be included in something. Yeah. We wanted to be included. That's been our problem. That's been our Achilles heel.
Yeah.
We've been wanting to be included with what everybody else is doing, which that in turn takes from what we try to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So today we're gonna go through a few things, and we're gonna see how the civil rights bill either helped or hurt us. Now, my theory on it is I actually believe at the end of the day, it hurt us more than it helped us.
Well, I can agree with you when you put it in the terms of if you got white schools, white restaurants, white churches, white government buildings, and then you don't have none of those things in the Black community, and then you have people who are laying the foundation for those things, and they starting to uproot, and then you come up with this idea to do a civil rights movement to want to be included in what they have going on instead of to allow our stuff to grow to a sufficient state.
Right, because what that did is it forced us, by not being included in what they was doing, it forced us to do our own thing. We had Black stores, we had Black supermarkets, Black banks, we had Black hotels, we had all of that stuff. Now, I'm good with the integration because I don't have nothing against nobody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it works out. But I think if we would have built our thing up until, it was, I guess, like theirs or whatever, till it was in a good state, then we would have all been using each other's things. That's the way I see it. But what happened was they took that and they used it against us.
Yeah, well, Art looked into some stuff and it make a lot of sense that, us wanting to be included affected us negatively.
Right. Well, as a matter of fact, before integration, Black businesses were central to Black communities. After integration, consumer dollars shifted away. That's what the problem was. That's why everybody know Black people spend way more money than anybody else. To be only 13 to 15% of the population, how we spend so much money, bro?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. We want a part of a life that we never could experience.
Right.
As soon as they made it available for us to go into White Diner, everybody wanted to go into White Diner because you ain't never been able to be in there.
Right.
And then we know that it most likely 9 times out of 10 was nicer than the Black one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they had more resources.
Right, exactly. And that's what we wanted to be part of, which ain't a bad thing. To try to want better resources and access. But the problem was they started holding that stuff back from you. And that's where we got to where we are today. And that's how the situation turned out to be. That, as a matter of fact, they used it. But what we want to bring out today is they used the same playbook over and over again.
Yes.
Yeah. And what I mean by the same playbook is they using the same playbook on the immigrants, on the illegal immigrants. Okay, what they do? Come in, give them something, give them this, give them that. Okay, so they'll vote for them at the end of the day. But the problem with that is they're not letting them destroy their families. That destroyed our families when they came in and started giving them something because they knew that was going to break up the family structure. So we got some videos we're going to show y'all today also, just in their own words. And Malcolm X, I'm going to tell you, he was against the Civil Rights Bill. People we asking, well, man, how can somebody be against the Civil Rights Bill when it did a lot of good? It did some good. It brought about, let's just break it down a little bit. It brought about voting. Okay. It brought about voting. It brought about discrimination laws. Okay. It brought about integration into the school system. It brought about a lot of good things, but it took away some stuff too. And the things that it actually took away was very important to us.
Yep.
It took away our initiative to be an entrepreneur. It took away our initiative to get black things going. We had hotels.
Yes, and
all of that stuff.
And that's the thing. The resources for our hotels wasn't as nice as their hotels.
Right.
So when they did the civil rights movement, we started staying in their hotels. They didn't want to stay in our hotels no more.
Right.
They didn't want to eat in our diners no more.
Right.
They didn't want to bank at our banks no more.
Right.
And that's what happened.
Right.
And it was all fault to us.
Right.
Because
exactly.
we went to spend with them. They wasn't gonna take a step backwards.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So that's what basically happened is we started looking into wanting to get into what they had going on.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, and we was talking about that, but they take this stuff and they use it against us. They use it against us even to today. I cut you off of welfare if you don't do what I say. I cut you off of welfare if you get so much money. You see what I'm saying? That's something like a hostage piece to me, Blow.
Mm-hmm.
They cut you off because now you ain't got enough money, but you don't have the help. You can't have the dad in the house, this, that, and that hurts. That hurts our black community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I will say, because people kept getting on me about, man, how can you say something about the civil rights, this, that, and the other? Well, I mean, it helped and it hurt. I can't. It was just two-sided. You know, it was a double-edged sword, and today it's starting to hurt us more than it's helping.
I mean, we ain't did none of the stuff that we was on the verge of accomplishing when it came about.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's what make it bad.
That's the problem. Yeah, because we was accomplishing everything, and that shifted away. So that's what hurt us.
Because of course, if you didn't want to have black kids in the white school, then it had to be black schools with all black teachers teaching all black students.
Well, the infrastructure of our black economic self-sufficiency went away. That's what happened. You know, our economic structure went away, and that's how we fell behind. And they was able to keep us behind like that because they were still. It was a fight to get to be able to get into schools with them, get into everything that they was doing, and it's still been a fight to today. That's why so many people really think that DEI help you, but there's another trick right there. DEI itself is a trick. You do not benefit on DEI.
Nope.
If you do, you the last one. It don't benefit you the most. Let me put it that way. What was there on the list? Number 5.
And that's the same thing with the civil rights movement. It didn't benefit us the most.
Right.
Exactly. It benefited them more than it benefited us.
Right.
But we would never see that.
Yeah, exactly. We would still go down there and do what they say, follow the rules, do this and do that. I mean, you're supposed to do some of this stuff, but you don't supposed to do it all to your detriment.
You got to think all those white folks that was out there marching against the civil rights movement. Somebody with a brain brought them people together and say, hey, man, look here. Look at what they asking to do. Yeah. They want to come and spend money and make us more money.
Right.
That's what they want to do.
Right. Not only make more money, they'll vote for us.
They'll lose focus on having their own.
Yeah, exactly. And tear down their structures. They won't even worry about trying to get one. How long have I been preaching about a black grocery store? you know, stuff like that. A chain of black grocery stores. People got the money.
And they said we had them. We had them.
We had them. We had hotels. How many black-owned hotels you think we got now? Yeah. We had insurance companies. How many black insurance companies we still got today? We had all of that stuff. We had it in more than one city. Everybody think it was just one place, the Black Wall Street. No, 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 no. You had another Wall Street going on up in Richmond. Matter of fact, right up in Durham, you had a big, huge thing. They was doing their thing up there. It's more than one place that this was going on. Because people saying, well, they bombed Black Wall Street. Yeah, they bombed it. But you had a bunch of other places. That wasn't the only thriving place. We got to get back to understanding that we can still integrate and be integrated, but you still got to do your own thing. I'm sorry, but this is by design. You go look at all the mom and pop stores now, no black people own them. None. Right in the black communities, none. No black people own these places anymore. They just taking them, they give people money to come in and infiltrate it. Yeah. How come they just didn't give the black people the money to go open up the place in their own place, yeah, in their own neighborhood?
You're right. In the 70s and the 80s, the black people owned it.
Yeah, sure did.
We know we had pesos, us, your family, everybody. Those were the families in our neighborhood that had this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We talked about the construction workers. When my Uncle Pumpkin was out there, his whole crew used to be at my grandma's house out there eating. All black men.
Right.
Might have had one or two white men in there with them.
Right.
But it wasn't looking how it's looking now.
Yeah, exactly.
It definitely wasn't doing that.
Right. So, you know, that's what we got. We got a couple of clips we're going to play for you. We know we're going to let you see some of what Malcolm X had to say, you know, on his own. Just because a lot of people ain't never listened to this and they ain't never seen it before. So we're gonna try to let you see a little bit of what he said. We went back, looked up some of the stuff just to play it and just see what he had to say in his own words.
There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox, and a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to, but the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling. There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox, and a fox is almost what he's up to, but the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling.
Yeah, that was Malcolm X. That was his take on what was going on at the time, and he was saying that you're being tricked. Just like you be tricked. I don't get it. You get Chicago with all this killing going on, people don't want to come out, and the people still tell you we don't need you up here. But then they ain't the ones getting their daughter killed, their son killed, their husband killed. And did you really see the people that was actually marching up there against ICE, against the National Guard? All those people were white.
Everybody in the country know what's going on in Chiraq. Everybody know them people been getting killed up there for the last 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely. But nobody want no help. Everybody see this thing they don't. How do you get this ideology in your head? How do you get this in your brain to not be able to comprehend what is truly going on? I don't get it.
Well, it's simple. They don't keep it 100. These people got numbers up there that you had never seen. 60 people dead, 410 shot in a weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, over and over and over and over and over again, and you don't want the National Guard to come up there to stop this stuff?
Yeah.
You'd rather let people die. I mean, you can look at the best weekends in Chicago. You got 20 dead and 50 shot.
Yeah.
And that's a good weekend.
Yeah.
That was peaceful.
Now, I wonder who people that was. I wonder whose people that was. I wish those people that was marching and say don't come in, go talk to the people that got killed. Why don't you talk to their people first and ask them?
Why they don't never talk about the orange hats? You remember I told you about the orange hats?
Yeah.
They had the old ladies out there with the orange hats. I think it was about 13, 14 ladies out there with the orange hats. Man, they done shot up the old ladies, man.
Yeah.
They don't want the 3 or 4 of the old ladies with the orange hats on up there trying to clean up Chicago. They done did a drill on the old ladies.
Yeah, but they don't need no help. You get them people like the clown they got for a mayor and the governor up there. I don't know how you keep putting the people back in there, man. I really don't. See, that's what we was talking about. The civil rights brought about that. That brought about, like Blow was saying last week, you being the face of the Democratic Party, so you can just do their bidding and anything they say, you think they're talking about you.
Yep.
You think they're talking about you? No, they're not talking about you. They policies, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's policies. It's all about policy. We got to understand that. You know, we got to understand that it's definitely all about policy and not about nothing else.
And it's to the point now you got some whites out here that's fed up with us.
Yeah.
They know we going for the foolish.
Yeah. You got, they going off.
We got one right here for you. Check him out.
But check it out.
Interesting to see the black communities in Chicago and New York screaming bloody murder now because these illegal immigrants are coming into your towns, being sent into your towns to take over your shelters for your homes, take your jobs, everything. Now you're pissed off. I've been warning you folks, you black folks in the inner cities for years. The white liberal politician is enemy. Malcolm X said it in '65 in a speech. The white liberal is the black man's enemy. He's a fox. He says that he's going to help you for his own personal agenda. And here is another fucking example of that. But yet you'll keep voting for these liberal politicians that give a fuck about you. Hopefully this.
So you heard him.
So hopefully we learn something about this. Okay, everybody know right now we got a shutdown going on. Do anybody know what this shutdown is? A government shutdown.
So Sarah Bell.
Do anybody know
Jackie, what's going on?
why this shutdown is going on right now? Right now we've been in a shutdown for what, 3 or 4 days?
I ain't even know about the shutdown. We are shut down?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going on right now. It's a government shutdown going on right now. I know it. It don't affect all of our lives, but it's going to start affecting military personnel, stuff like that, the government workers, stuff like that. Yeah, it's a shutdown. Why is it a shutdown? It's a shutdown because the Democrats are holding out right now because they want health care for illegal immigrants. Right now, they want to include them in there, and they want to have a provision to give them health care and all of this stuff. And if anybody out there know how expensive health care is right now, well, you don't need to get nothing free unless you're going to be giving it to me. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you don't need to be getting nothing free, not unless you're giving it to me. I agree. Shut it down if you're going to be giving everything away to somebody else. Where you get that money from? You take it right out of my paycheck every time I get paid, and then you won't even get none of it back to me. You'll give it to somebody else. How we do that? Why we do that? These are the people that we put in charge. These are the people that's holding us hostage right now. The whole country hostage. Yeah, they got to shut down. You know, it ain't affecting us yet, but it will sooner or later if they don't get it back open. They do that because it's infighting within the Democratic Party right now. I know y'all don't know much about that, but I do. Chuck Schumer, AOC, she's trying to get his job, and he's trying to hold on to it, and that's why he got to do what they say. Okay, if not, they're going to take his place, and he's going to no longer exist. But I don't think that's going to matter because the man ought to be in prison right now. Yeah, for all the foolishness he done. so and hopefully that's where he's going in the next few months. So, but we'll see. But in any case, what we are telling you is to don't think that everything that they do for you is okay. It be twofold. It's a double-edged sword.
It's for their benefit.
But it all comes down to benefiting them at the end of the day.
That's it. Even the civil rights movement. How many times, every time you see somebody black who's supposed to be somebody that's woke or something, what do they tell you to do? Stop spending your money with them. The dollar, when we stopped the black dollar from going into them, that's what segregation did.
Yeah.
It invited us in to spend.
Yeah.
To say, okay, we allow y'all to spend now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, you was coming up. You was up and coming. You was up and doing your thing. You was forced to do your own thing, forced to go to your own store. You don't have to be forced now. You can just do that. How about that?
Yeah.
How about
And that's
do
the
it now?
thing.
Yeah. You can just do it. Ain't nothing holding you back. Yeah. I got a problem, man. I got a real problem with us not understanding what's going on out here. This is what me and Blow come to you every week to try to fill you in on what's exactly going on.
Yep.
What's going on is we being tricked. We've been being tricked. We have been being tricked, and we still getting tricked.
Yep.
Yeah.
And y'all think we the ones that's tricked.
Yeah. I don't understand it.
And y'all think we the ones that's being
Yeah.
tricked. I don't understand that for the life of me. You think that me and Art don't know what we talking about, and we sitting up here giving you, if you can keep it 100 with yourself to say that you know that we couldn't go to their schools, you know that we couldn't go to our day restaurants. If they never let us come to them, we would have our own right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a fact.
We would have our own for sure.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Without the resources that we got now.
Yeah.
And now we got the resources, we won't even do it.
No, because you're heavily how should I put this? That's why they put the people in place that they put in place. Let me put it that way. That's why they want to select the people for it. That's what DEI was all about. Somebody was arguing with somebody about Kamala Harris the other day. They picked Kamala Harris. Didn't nobody else pick Kamala Harris.
Yeah, you're right.
They picked Kamala Harris for a specific reason. The woman got on national TV, Google it, and said, no, I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people, period. That's what she said. But yet and still, she turned around and do something specifically for illegals.
Yeah, especially for the LGBTQ.
Yeah, and them too. Everybody, but she would say that, she said that out of her own mouth, but her mouthpiece is the black people. I mean, you heard everybody, oh man, you didn't vote for her, a black lady, black queen. What black queen?
So she ain't gonna do nothing just for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And everybody knows she serves up word salads and all this crap and don't know what she's doing. Everybody know that. I mean, come on, man. There you go, keeping it 100 again. If you know that, why would you run down there and vote for this person?
Who didn't even get nominated?
Nobody voted for her, period, to even take that place.
They gave it to you.
Yeah.
To pacify you. Put the pacifier right in your mouth. Boop.
Yeah. That's what it was. It was a pacifier.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's a pacifier. You got to pacify with the boop. They hit you with the boop. Look, you ever know you put a pacifier in the child mouth and they all the way irritated. They cry with it in their mouth and everything. Just pull it out. Just say, boop. That'll get. They shut up there. That'll work every time.
Yeah. But we got another speech. We got a speech we really want y'all to listen to.
And we go cut in back and forth on this speech because this is somebody who's keeping it 100.
Right. And I don't agree with everything Malcolm X said and stuff like that, but I do agree with a lot of stuff. And I agree with the position of you deny yourself a social economic type of deal. You know, you deny yourself that when you give over to everybody else and don't put it into your own space. Let me put it that way.
I agree 100%.
America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is us. We're her problem. The only reason she has a problem is she doesn't want us here. So-called Negroes, second-class citizens, ex-slaves. We have a common enemy. We have this in common. We have a common oppressor, a common exploiter, and a common discriminator. So once we all realize that we have this common enemy, then we unite on the basis of what we have in common. And what we have foremost in common is that enemy, the white man. He's an enemy to all of us. I know some of you all think that some of them aren't enemies. Time will tell.
What you're about to hear is one of the most powerful speeches ever given about race, power, and betrayal in America. In 1963, Malcolm X stood in front of a black audience in Detroit and spoke truths America was never ready to hear. He called out the white man for what he really was, an oppressor, a liar, and a thief. The speech was called Message to the Grassroots, and it was the very speech that tore straight through the lies America was built on. Give this video a like to show your support. Never miss any blazing truth that kept hidden from us. Now let's continue this explosive reckoning, straight from the mouth of Malcolm X.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
I would like to make a comment concerning the difference between the Black Revolution and the Negro Revolution. There's a difference. Are they both the same? And if they're not, what is the difference? What is the difference between a Black Revolution and a Negro Revolution? First, what is a revolution? Sometimes I'm inclined to believe that many of our people are using this word revolution loosely, without taking careful consideration what this word actually means and what its historic characteristics are. When you study the historic nature of revolutions, the motive of a revolution, the objective of a revolution, and the result of a revolution, and the methods used in a revolution, you may change words. You may devise another program. You may change your goal and you may change your mind. Look at the American Revolution in 1776. That revolution was for what? For land. How was it? Why did they want land? Independence. How was it carried out? Bloodshed. And the only way they could get it was bloodshed. The French Revolution, what was it based on? The landless against the landlord. What was it for? Land. How did they get it? Bloodshed. Was no love lost. Was no compromise. Was no negotiation. I'm telling you, you don't know what a revolution is. Because when you find out what it is, you'll get back in the alley. You'll get out of the way. The Russian Revolution, what was it based on? Land. The landless against the landlord. How did they bring it about? Bloodshed. You haven't got a revolution that doesn't involve bloodshed.
All right. I want to stop it right there for a few minutes to make y'all think about something. What we got in Ukraine, Putin taking land. What we got over in Israel, Israel taking land, trying to take the Gaza Strip. What's happening in both of them? Bloodshed. That's what I'm talking about. Bloodshed. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. These people out here taking land, stealing land, and it's all resulting in bloodshed. The man was right on point. That stuff's still going on to today.
That man was talking 60 years ago.
Yeah, that stuff's still going on to today. They're fighting in Israel. They're taking land. They just took some land in Syria. They took Gaddafi's land. They done did all of this stuff, man. It's all about the land. It's all about the land. We got tricked. Never got 40 acres in a mule.
That was the land.
That was the land. Never got that. You know, it's all about that. When you start to understand what's going on out here, you start to open your eyes up and you start to figure out who's trying to take it, who's taking this land, who's doing this, who's doing what. You can't keep getting tricked all the time, bro. No. Yeah. And so they just use us for an agenda. Now, when they figured out that half of the black people had waken up, that's when they really seriously started trying to import other people in. Because now they didn't have a whole base like they had before, and they needed somebody else. So they started employing the same tactics on them, and we sitting there saying, what about us? They don't want to know what about us these days. We're not more important than the millions they can get in. We only 50 million strong. I'm sure just as many illegals is in here as we is. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They might not have the accurate numbers. I don't believe they do. But the man was definitely preaching what's going on now. Back then. Land, bloodshed, land. Everybody know about the genocide in Gaza. Netanyahu wants that Gaza Strip over there. Not only Netanyahu, Trump want it too. They all want it. If Netanyahu get it, Trump got it. Oh, I calls Trump out on the mess. I don't like nothing about what he's doing with Israel. I don't like nothing about what he's doing over here with Ukraine, because we still funding them. I don't like nothing about that. For y'all out there that think I just love Trump, no, I'm a policy man. And I'm really about America. Yeah, I'm really about America. I'm not about all this foolishness they got going on. The war should have been stopped. The war should have been stopped over here, and the war should have been stopped in Gaza. He say he got a deal over there now, but we're going to see. Just like Malcolm X said, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
Yeah. Need to get in there, Donald Trump, and start stopping this stuff like you're supposed to, instead of falling in. Don't y'all know that Israel, just bought TikTok? Did y'all hear the speech that Netanyahu said the other day? I'm schooling y'all on some stuff. Did y'all really know what he said? He wants to start banning American speech on TikTok. That's going to happen. Trust me. Now they coming at the X in the same way. Now they got it out of China's hand and put it in Netanyahu's hand, basically. You never had a foreign government talking about banning nothing on this soil over here, period.
You know better than that.
Yeah. And for Donald Trump to even go along with it, I'm disgusted with him. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's terrible. We're going to get back to this speech, but I had to interject right there.
What's going on, Jay? I see you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Agree. I'm telling you, this stuff crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What's going on, Susan?
Yeah.
We'll get back into it.
And you're afraid to bleed. I said you're afraid. No, the white man said, Korea, you bled. He sent you to Germany, you bled. He sent you to the South Pacific to fight the Japanese, you bled. You bleed for white people. But when it comes time to see churches being bombed and you bleed when the white man says bleed. You bite when the white man says bite. And you bark when the white man says bark. I hate to say this about us, but it's true. How you gonna be nonviolent in Mississippi as violent as you were in Korea? How can you justify being nonviolent in Mississippi and Alabama when your churches are being bombed, your little girls are being murdered, and at the same time you're gonna get violent with Hitler and Tojo and somebody else that you don't even know? If violence is wrong in America, violence is wrong abroad. If it's wrong to be violent, defending black women and black children and black babies and black men, then it's wrong for America to left us and make us violent abroad in defense of her.
I want to speak a little bit about the violence, because every time it seems like somebody want to sit down and talk, okay, to a liberal, basically, they want to kill him for talking. They just killed Charlie Kirk for basically talking.
That's it.
Yeah, they killed Malcolm X for talking. They killed Martin Luther King for talking. Seems like every time somebody want to sit down, and y'all know who killed them, the liberals. I would just put it that way. Yeah, every time somebody want to sit down and talk, they want to get violent. It's a violent tendency out here. I mean, when me and Blow was talking about the shot and putting it in you, somebody was hoping we died.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, that violent tendency has carried over, and now it's at the top of the chain that they don't even want to have a conversation. I mean, look at what they're doing out in the streets. They don't want to talk about it. They just want to bomb ICE, bomb Teslas, shoot at people, shoot ICE. Man, this thing is violent. Yeah, pay attention. Pay attention to how stuff back then relate to stuff right now that's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to silence everyone. That's what they really want to do. They want to control the narrative. That's what they want to do.
And they have been.
Absolutely. That's what's been going on.
I mean, you got me and Art come on here and everybody against us because we got a different narrative.
Yeah.
For the life of me, I don't understand how so many people try to say stuff. I get conversations every week. I mean, I had somebody tell me, you doing Time to Tell a Lie tonight?
Yeah.
They don't need, they call our show Time to Tell a Lie.
Yeah.
They mad at me and Art because we speaking on a whole different agenda than 99% of everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ain't nobody gonna keep it 100 and say, man, I ain't gonna judge that man for doing that because that's the same thing I might do.
Right, absolutely. That's keeping it 100 right there.
That's all you gotta do is keep it 100.
Yeah.
You can't sit up there and be like, oh, let Trump because all he look out for is rich white people.
I hear that 1,000 times.
Ain't he rich and white? Because one thing about it, if I'm the president, I'll be looking out for people who look like me and my age. All right, Blow only looking out for people between 40 and 50 that's black. Exactly. You can't be mad at nobody for doing the same thing that you probably would do.
And I don't understand it. That's why they're hypocrites. We call them hypocrites.
The hypocrites. The Democratic Party.
The Democratic Party is the
Democratic Party. That's it. You call out for somebody for doing the same thing you do.
Yeah, if you go back and Barack Obama, how many people he get rid of? 5 million people he deported? And ain't nobody say a word about it, something like that?
Man.
Bill Clinton. I'm telling you, man, that's crazy.
I got people in my life that I know that did robberies, shootings, selling drugs, and I don't hang around them kind of people, but I'm just a black person in Charlotte that I know people that do stuff, and they say Donald Trump is a bad guy.
Absolutely.
I don't understand that.
Yeah. They want Nick Cannon and Kanye to shut the F up and die. They hadn't said one word since. Yeah, because it's real. I'm telling you, it's real. Them people will come after you, man.
They will get you.
They will come after you. And that's a fact. I mean, they just gave somebody, I think, 5 years for threatening to kill and trying to kill a Supreme Court justice. They give more people, they give people more time for that than a dime rock. I don't get it. You see what I'm saying? These people out here doing what they want to do, and they're using us to do it. They're using us for the front guy. We the front. We need to get rid of all these people, man. These people ain't no earthly good.
None at all.
Yeah. They sitting back there, man, just doing what they want to do, using us as the front. It shouldn't be not one single black in Chicago being mad because they bring the National Guard in there. Not one.
Nope. Not with numbers like I've been seeing.
Absolutely. Tennessee, down in Memphis, the same way. They need some up in Charlotte.
Exactly.
There are many people that get killed about every day and every night up there. They need them down. It shouldn't be not one person getting mad. I don't get it. You get the preachers talking crazy about the president. I mean, you're supposed to be a preacher, man. You're supposed to be praying for the man on either side. You shouldn't even have a political stance. They're the Pope is praying for an iceberg I seen the other day. Talking about climate change. I mean, where's this thing that went to, man? Yeah, he blessing the iceberg. That's crazy. So I'm telling y'all, man, we have to be careful. We're going to look at some more of the speech, but I'm saying that same violence and that same rhetoric is coming back.
It definitely is.
Yeah, it's coming back. And they use the same. See, I'm going to tell you something about these people. They use the same playbook over and over again. You'll know what they're going to do because the playbook don't change. They run the same plays, bro.
That's it, over and over. First down, touchdown.
Yeah.
So I cite these various revolutions, brothers and sisters, to show you, you don't have a peaceful revolution. You don't have a turn the other cheek revolution. There's no such thing as a nonviolent revolution. Only Negro revolution.
The truth is, white America taught us to celebrate revolutions soaked in blood, so long as the blood wasn't theirs. They cheered for uprisings in France, China, Algeria, even their own. But when black people demand justice, they call it extremism. Malcolm exposed the double standard that kept us pacified while they built empires on stolen land and broken backs. Every real revolution in history has been violent, except one, the Negro Revolution. And now you're about to know why in the next part of his speech.
Hello, my name is Gordy.
The only revolution based on loving your enemy is the Negro Revolution. The only revolution in which the goal is a desegregated lunch counter, a desegregated theater, a desegregated park, and a desegregated public toilet. You can sit down next to white folks on the toilet. That's no revolution. Revolution is based on land. Land is the basis of all independence. Land is the basis of freedom, justice, and equality. The white man knows what a revolution is. He knows that the black revolution is worldwide in scope and in nature. The black revolution is sweeping Asia, sweeping Africa. It's rearing its head in Latin America. The Cuban Revolution, that's a revolution. They overturned the system. Revolution is in Asia. Revolution is in Africa. And the white man is screaming because he sees revolution in Latin America. How do you think he'll react to you when you learn what a real revolution is? You don't know what a revolution is. If you did, you wouldn't use that word. A revolution is bloody. Revolution is hostile. Revolution knows no compromise. Revolution overturns and destroys everything that gets in its way. It's based on land. A revolution wanted so he could set up his own nation, an independent nation. These Negroes aren't asking for no nation. They're trying to crawl back on the plantation.
Oh, what I keep telling them?
Yep, he want to last so bad. Blow keeps saying it.
You want to last on your ass so bad. That's the problem. You want to be a slave.
Yeah.
You want to hear somebody come up there and say, we not being treated fair.
Yeah.
Oh, please, po me.
Yeah.
Oh, po us.
Yeah.
Oh, they did it so bad. Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
That's all you want to do is cry. You want to lash on your ass so bad,
Yeah.
but you can't take one.
Yeah.
You'll die with one lash.
Yeah.
Their heart will stop beating. You want to crawl back to the plantation.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
You
all
won't
want.
even put 10 cents on a piece of land for black people.
Yeah. That's what we and Blow been talking about the whole time. We had, if every black person, if it's 50 million black people and everybody put $1 in, that's $50 million. How much do you think you can get for $50 million? How much land do you think you can get for $50 million?
Oh, you can get a whole bunch of land.
Yeah. That's just $1 for every black American. This is $1.
Don't take 1,000.
No, that's $1. Every black man, woman, and child just give up $1. But you know what they'll be saying if they gave that $1 to Blow or me?
Oh, Art got on 5 chains this week. Oh, I counted his neck last week. He only had on 4 chains. Man, Art go wear 100 chains if Art want to buy 100 chains.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been in the money getting the chain.
Just dipping all in the money. Oh, man, I seen Blow was at the red light in the drop top.
Yeah. The drop top on 3 wheels. I'm just saying, man.
Don't
come
make
on.
no sense.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
And why do we do that? Because they got us trained to do that. We don't know how to put nothing together. Yeah, how can the Latinos come over here? Y'all see the big things they driving?
Oh my God, you see Compare Food stocked up better than Food Line.
Absolutely.
Now argue that. Argue that. Argue that.
Yeah.
We know the Food Line is a white chain.
Yeah.
So argue that. Argue me that Compare Foods ain't most stocked up. Go down the back aisle of Food Line and see the little hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff they got. You go to Compare Food, they got whole animal heads back there.
Yeah.
You can get cut the tongue straight off the head.
Yeah.
I mean, you go in there, you look at their macaroni and cheese. They got the macaroni and cheese all the way from the front. You could grab it all the way to. If you go knock the everything off their shelves and Compare Foods, you gonna make a mess.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how stocked up their stuff is.
And they stay stocked like that.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then people come over here and play from behind.
Yeah.
And we was ahead, but we gave up our power to be included.
Absolutely. We did that.
We did that.
Yeah, we did that, and we still doing it. We still giving it up because we won't go and do nothing about it right now.
Exactly. Y'all are part of the Negro Revolution. That's what they said. All you want to do is crawl right back. I keep telling you all the time.
You want to last so
You
bad.
want to last on your ass so bad. You want to keep looking back there.
Yeah. Well, they keep you looking back, bro. That's the problem.
But
They
look,
keep you looking
yeah,
back.
but do you know what's back there? You ain't have no opportunity. You ain't have no information or nothing.
Yeah.
You looking up here, you got a pocket full of money. You got the internet, Google. I mean, oh my God, if you want to build a deck, you can build a deck.
Yeah.
If you got the money and Google, you can build a deck. Behind your house right now, there's nothing you can't do. You got the information.
Right. But the problem is, bro, they keep thinking that they keep telling you you're gonna be back to Jim Crow now. You're gonna be back to Jim Crow. You're gonna be back, you're gonna be a slave again. They keep telling you that so you can keep looking back, so you don't know where you're going. Come on, man, keep a focus on that and leave that garbage alone. That's why they keep doing it. That's why everything you hear is about racism, racism, racism. They want you looking back. Even Jesus said it. Any man having put his hand to the plow and looking back ain't even fit for the kingdom of heaven. Somebody came up to Jesus and said, I need to go bury my father. You know what he said? Let the dead bury the dead. Let's go. Leave that. That's dead. You can't do nothing about that. Let's go. You can't do nothing about Jim Crow. Let's go. Yeah. You can't do nothing about slavery back then. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing about not being included in something. Let's go. Yeah, that's all you got to do, man. Let's go. That's what the man was telling you. You keep looking at the wrong thing. This stuff, man, is about, they don't care what they do. They come to steal, kill, destroy. They're going to do it. They're going to take what they want to take. They let you tear up your own cities. Okay, y'all, let me ask y'all a question. During George Floyd, how many white neighborhoods got burnt down? You remember they was trying to go in that neighborhood in Atlanta, the National Guard came back there, and you ain't coming there.
You ain't coming over here.
You can go burn that down over there. Go burn that down. And guess what we do? Go burn it down. Guess who be in the lead? Jokers with covered up faces and black faces. All black on going knocking out windows.
3 pallets of bricks sitting right on the corner.
Yeah, I wonder how that got there.
Ain't nobody black ticket there.
Wonder how all the bricks get over there. Look, bro, a pile of bricks.
A pile of bricks.
Happen to be down in the middle of the street. Ain't no construction around.
He said, look at this shit. They got a pile of the bricks sitting on the corner.
Yeah.
A pile of the bricks sitting on the corner strategically.
Yeah. And somebody in a whole all black outfit. Oh, he gets the brick. Hey, you want bro? Hey, bro, we got plenty of bricks.
Yeah, his face covered perfectly. He got on a uniform.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy, man. I'm telling you, we got to pay attention, man. Me and Blow come on here every week, man. We just want y'all waking up, paying attention, see what these people doing, so y'all can spread the word. You know,
we say a lot of the same stuff. Me and Art were talking 3-4 years ago about putting some money together to get some land.
Absolutely, some land. That's what we was talking about.
We talk about you looking in the river. You want to lash on. You want to be a slave.
You want to go back there.
You want to be a slave. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want. Ain't nobody looking to tomorrow.
Yeah.
When Joe Biden come up there, he don't say nothing about tomorrow. He's talking about Jim Crow.
That's exactly what he's talking about. Every time they talk about something, that's what they talk about. Look at Kamala Harris. What's she talking about? Nobody's saying nothing about nothing going forward.
Oh, inclusion. Want you to still be trying to be included instead of doing your own thing.
Absolutely. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. You want to be accepted somewhere. Why don't you accept yourself? Be accepted right where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, accept each other. Let's see how that works. You know, see how that work out.
Because I see a nation rising, man. I've been over there. I've been in Nigeria, man. That's all black people. Yeah, they still got a long way to go. But I'm telling you, they getting somewhere.
Yeah.
They definitely getting somewhere.
Yeah.
You go over there, they got restaurants, they got car dealerships, they got everything is theirs.
Yeah.
All that stuff is African.
Yeah.
All that stuff over there is big the same way we can do it.
Absolutely.
The people making something out of nothing.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They have you to think that you can't do it. You got to depend on them for it. That's why they give you a little bit of something to get you dependent on them. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
They incentivize it.
Absolutely. That's what it's been about. That's crazy.
We'll get back into a little bit more Malcolm.
When you want a nation, that's called nationalism. When the white man became involved in a revolution in this country against England, what was it for? He wanted this land so he could set up another white nation. That's white nationalism. The American Revolution was white nationalism. The French Revolution was white nationalism. All the revolutions that's going on in Asia, in Africa today are based on what? Black nationalism. A revolutionary is a black nationalist. He wants a nation. If you're afraid of black nationalism, you're afraid of revolution. And if you love revolution, you love black nationalism.
Hey guys, did you know some drivers are ditching their car insurance and they're doing this instead?
What many haven't realized is that the white man only gave us scraps and called it freedom. They kept the land, the wealth, the power, and told them because we could ride the same bus or pee in the same stall. But as Malcolm X said, these are not progress. A real revolution doesn't beg for space inside the empire. It burns the empire down and builds something of its own. What you're about to hear next is what they've always feared: black nationalism, unfiltered. This is the part they scrubbed from history books: the house Negro, the field Negro, and the war still being waged between them.
To understand this, you have to go back to what young brother here referred to as the house Negro and the field Negro, back during slavery. There was two kinds of slaves. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, they lived in the house with master. They dressed pretty good. They ate good because they ate his food, what he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near their master. And they loved their master more than the master loved themselves. They lived their life to save the master's house quicker than the master would. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro would say, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master said we, he said we. That's how you can tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would. If the master got sick, the house Negro, we sick. He identified himself with his master more than his master identified with himself. And if you came to the house Negro and said, let's run away, let's escape, let's separate, that house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? Where can I wear better clothes than this? Where can I eat better food than this? That was that house Negro. In those days, he was called a house nigger. And that's what we call him today, because we still got some house niggers running around here. This modern house Negro loves his master. He wants to live near him. He'll pay 3 times as much as the house is worth just to live near his master. And then brag about, I'm the only Negro out here. And if someone come to you right now and say, let's separate, you say the same thing that the house Negro said on the plantation. What you mean separate? From America? This good white man? You got a better job than you get here. I mean, this is what you say. I ain't left nothing in Africa. That's what you say, while you left your mind in Africa.
He said it clear. There are still house Negroes walking among us, not chained by force, but chained in the mind. The kind that defends the system because they get to sit a little closer to it. The kind that sees the master's comfort as their own. Malcolm X reminds us that this is not freedom. You'll understand more as he goes into the contrast.
And that's what we're saying about the system. You know, about the system, that's what we're talking about. You know, you defend the system. How many people out there still defending men and women's schools? How many people still, in sports. I mean, men and women bathroom, men and women sports. How many people out there still defending cutting off little girls' breasts and little boys' weenies, and they ain't even big enough to make up their mind as to what they is?
They can't even eat cookies after 8 o'clock.
Right. But you defend that. You'll defend that in a New York minute. You know, how many people will defend a woman a man getting the Woman of the Year award straight at the White House? I mean, I'm just saying, man, that's that system. That's that system that he was talking about. You're still defending this crap. Cut it out. I mean, cut it out. You defending this crap, man. How many people still defend that? I don't defend that, man, because that's not right. Yeah, it's not right. How many people still defending all this pedophilia we got out here? Yeah, give pedophilia 5 years and get a man that smoked the dime rock and couldn't even sell it and give him 20 years.
Crazy.
Yeah. And who defending all this stuff? But you got our people that defends this stuff straight up. You know, how many people out here selling alcohol and wine and beer right out the stove, and that ain't nothing but a drug? And there same people go over there and tell somebody else, well, you shouldn't have sold that drug. You know, like it's all right. Just because he said it was all right to sell this, that make it right. The more value of that is, you still gonna get cirrhosis of the liver. You still gonna go out here and kill somebody from that alcohol. You still go out here and maybe kill yourself. That's the moral end of it. But you feel justified to do that just because he said you could do it.
It's okay.
Yeah, he said it's okay. Yeah, you feel justified to do that, and you feel like he's better than somebody else because he told you that that was okay to do it. That's how the mind works. Just like he said, they got you hung up in your mind. They got your mind enslaved. You can't be going along with this foolishness they got going on out here, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, we can't keep doing it. Can't keep putting these people in charge with these bad policies and stuff like that. You know that stuff ain't no good. I mean, how many want their kids indoctrinated with that stuff? You know, they're trying to put that stuff in kindergarten. We seen it. What was that? That daycare. What they were teaching. What was it?
Sexy summer camp.
Sexy summer camp. Yeah. Stuff is crazy, man. You know, we want y'all thinking, man. We want y'all being up on top of things. We don't want you looking from behind. We want you looking ahead because that's where they want you in behind. People start telling you this, man, when you start hearing people, all they talking about is racism and white supremacy and all of this. Man, come on, man. Yeah, you start telling somebody, look, I tell you what to do. Tell me how to get to where I need to get to. You can talk all day about that other stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. It is. It is. It's crazy. But I know we know better, man. I know the people that come on this show, they do be paying attention. They go search this stuff out. They go look it up. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to look it up. We want you to go and search this stuff. Every time we come on, go back and research it. Look for it yourself. And wake up. Because I tell you what, half our people is waking up. Somebody told me they was building they got a lot of acres down in Georgia that somebody's building now. It's just like a black thing.
Yeah, it's called Freedom. That's the name of the town. It's going to be called Freedom.
Freedom? Okay. Well, that's good. I ain't got nothing against that. And guess what? And I hope white people go down there and buy something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that you integrate that way.
Well, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, black people go down there and buy something.
Yeah.
That's going to be the problem. You ain't going to go down there and buy nothing.
Yeah.
That's the whole problem.
Yeah.
We ain't going to support it.
That's the problem.
That's the thing. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
We ain't going to support it.
We need to learn to support each other. And you can support somebody else, but let's support us first.
Please.
Yeah, so we can get somewhere out here. And you won't have to complain. You won't have to beg nobody for nothing. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, bro, look like we're about out of time. We're out of deadline. Hey, man, we appreciate all y'all for joining in. We just try to give you a little history lesson today to show you the playbook stay the same. They don't change nothing. They just come back and use the same playbook again.
Yep.
And again, and again. They keep all the way back there. Malcolm X was talking about land. We still got people stealing land today. They over there stealing it in Israel. They stealing it over here in Ukraine. They just it's all about land.
Yep.
They don't care how many people die.
Nope.
They'll fight to the last Ukrainian die. They don't care how many people over there in Gaza, on the Gaza Strip, how many Palestinians. Netanyahu just go bomb them up. He tricked the people over there in Qatar. He went over there and killed them when they was having a meeting. Man ain't no earthly good.
Crazy.
Yeah, no earthly good. And you got people sitting here acting like this man is something special. He ain't nothing special, man. Not when you out here running around killing people and then claiming the good. You're doing something bad and calling it good. That's what he's doing. Yeah. All right. So one thing for certain,
two things for sure.
we're going to tell the truth
Because it's time.
and the truth hurts.
Time to tell the truth.
We'll see you next week. Peace.